cut.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
We just jumped the fuck in.
Go be at an open mic or whatever, man.
Right?
What's up, Julio, man?
What's going on?
Good having you here, man.
Dude, it's
You
good to
look
be
dick-
here.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I've been waiting for this dude for a minute. For real, like this dude actually showed me a lot of love
Yeah.
when I had the pleasure for hosting for him. Dog. He put me up on game, what he was doing merch-wise. That's why, I mean, I ain't popping off as much as his merch is, but he gave me like the ground, the foundation to start off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't even started off my merch if it wasn't for him.
Nice.
Like, that's just what you got to do and how he hustled. Even
Yeah.
how he rolls up his merch. See, Subway, he rolls it up like a Subway sandwich.
Oh yeah, I saw yesterday, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You had the awesome
Dude.
merch table, bro.
Dude,
it was looking good.
It's been about 17 years
Nice, man.
pushing this T-shirt, and I had different ones too. I had like one that said "Enjoy Life."
Yeah.
I had one that said "Famouser." I felt famous, but I was trying to get famouser. where I can fill out seats without having to work 6 hours a day at it.
Right, dude.
But I always got a lot of love, and comedy, when you're not famous and you're not selling the tickets, they don't pay.
No, hell
So
no.
the only way for me to get paid was to have something to sell, man.
Smart, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and I did it because, I mean, I didn't have anybody to tell me this. I looked at everybody that was at the higher levels.
Yeah.
And Gabriel was one of them. Gabriel would do two things that I admired. He would stay at the end of the shows and take pictures with everybody.
Badass.
So people didn't know who the fuck I am, bro. I'm hitting them up on MySpace. That's how long it is, doggy. That's how long that shit is, bro. It's on MySpace. There's a program I found called Friend Finder, Friend something, Friend Blaster. I forgot what it was called. But the program, all it did was just, it scraped people by zip codes.
Okay.
So if I'm performing in Universal Studios, I put that zip code, all surrounding zip codes. I said, find everybody in this area. And I would just target women. Because I figured women dictate where the date's going to be most of the time.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Right?
Right?
The guy can
Bingo.
suggest
Smart
it,
as
but
fuck.
she's going to fucking...
Yeah.
So another comic told me that one. I hang on to that shit right there.
Yeah.
And bro, I was able to get about 200 to 300 people out to these shows.
Badass.
And I would walk that line. They don't even know who the fuck I am, bro. And I take a picture with everybody. I'm like, I'm closing out the show. You want to take one? And the message was simple. I was just like, here's a video.
Yeah.
If you want to laugh, come out, see the show. So that's all I did. So money-wise off the tickets, Lovitz was the one paying me the most, bro. They would pay me about $3 per person until they switched management. After they switched management, they just kind of like lowballed me on the deal. Yeah, it's like $1.50 or something like that. And I brought 375 people to this show.
Wow.
They gave me a check that bounced, bro. I had to go back.
Damn, like that.
It's be
But,
like that, bro.
but because the merch,
Yeah.
I wasn't mad.
You were good still.
I wasn't angry. I'm not on Facebook like, hey, fuck these people. I'm like, all right, if it don't come, it don't come, because I have merch, bro. And Gabriel had like a bunch of them. He had he had a picture of his face with an eye patch. It said Fridge Raider. Raiders logo, all fucking decked out. So I was like, why reinvent, the wheel? This guy has a good working system. He just shows love to the people that come out and they support him. So I was like, fuck, that's what I'm gonna do. So when I took pictures with everybody, they were more than willing to buy a Subway shirt. And this is before I even rolled them up like a sandwich, dog. But I was in the house, bro, in the apartment, dog. Better yet, I'm in the apartment making these shirts myself, bro.
Nice, dude.
That's that hustle, man.
Yes,
That's that grind,
sir.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, since I've seen him on stage, you're like a beacon of like positive energy, dog.
Oh, bro, yeah, I had to be my own light because I've been in some dark places in this. I think the worst year was like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
I lost so many people in my life, bro. My dad, my girlfriend at the time, my dog, bro. Like this is the first dog that
too.
This is the first dog that I wanted, bro. Like I visualized in my head and everything, and dead too, and my cousin, my baby cousin, bro. Like I known her since we were kids, man. And cancer finally got her.
Damn.
So this all happened within a year. Like my dad, November 4th, my cousin, November 3rd. Within that year. And bro, it was the darkest times. So I had to be my light, bro.
Yeah.
I felt like nothing was coming to me. Because at the end of that, a drunk driver, 19-year-old kid, almost took me out, bro.
Damn.
Literally, like she passed away in November. This is December, a week before my birthday.
Yeah.
So my birthday is December 15th.
Yeah.
This is the week right before. Kid just
Damn.
Yeah, man. And dude, like this guy, I mean, he got arrested and everything that day, but I'm in this state where like I just had the worst year ever and I almost died myself. And it just hit a switch in me.
Yeah.
Just to switch my whole life around.
Right.
And it's like you need this awakening. I almost wish that everybody had a near-death experience to kind of just wake them up to say, fuck, dude, it can be over any fucking minute, any goddamn time. Yeah. And when that shit woke me up, just positivity's been the only thing that just keeps me going. And bro, I'm glad I had it with me, especially through those times, because, I mean, I was by myself, dog. Yeah. I was by myself, man. At the time, I was living in a mobile home. So I sold my house, and I used the money, the lowest I can, to put a down payment on a mobile home out in Canyon Country, bro. Yeah. It's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It was dope, man. Yeah. And I felt like I found a way to cheat the system, man. Like I just and being in that house, I kind of saw everybody I loved. My girl that passed away, like I would see her in the room all the time. So it just motivated me to take that last leap. And after 2019, after the car accident, I told myself, hey, next year I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna go full time. And then that's when the pandemic. Damn, bro. Everything. It took away comedy, dog. Took away comedy from me, and I realized how much I love it. Because it was honestly the only thing making me happy. When the pandemic hit, fuck, bro. I had to go to work. That's the only thing I had left. So that's when I started rolling up the shirts like sandwiches.
That makes sense.
I would come home and just work on the merch then. I buy materials, I roll it up. And it's funny enough that I didn't want to roll it up like a sandwich. I thought I was way too obvious. But then I couldn't find anything else to do with it. And then even my roommate was like, just roll it up like a sandwich. I'm like, yeah.
Obvious is the answer a lot of the time, though, you know?
I was trying to do an envelope and shit. Like, I know what the fuck. But yeah, man, it led me here. And El Paso, funny enough, was one of the first cities to show me, like, it's even better wrapped up.
Yeah.
Dude, they were buying 2 at a time. And they're like, bro, like, can you sign one? Like, I want to keep one closed. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Yeah. It totally changed the game on me for that.
Have you always been a hustler?
Yeah, I think so, bro. Yeah, I mean, shit. I used to sell bootleg DVDs.
Oh shit, you were that
guy. way past statute of limitations. No, a long time ago, man. A homie put me on game. He's like, bro, give me $50. I'll give you like 100 of them. I forgot what the deal was like, or maybe it was vice versa, $100 for 50 of them. Yeah. And I would sell them for like $5 each. But then I found out how to copy them too, and I'm just like, bro, that was everyone's hustle at the time.
Yeah, that's the game.
And yeah, man, that was allow me an extra $5,000.
Nice.
A month, bro.
That's solid, man.
Until someone ratted me out because I didn't give them a deal.
There's always one.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What happened when you got ratted out? They just told you to stop?
I just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right. Yeah, because it's at work, bro. I was doing that at work, man.
There's always one, dog.
Dude, I had the system down too, because at work I was actually into quality at that time. Yeah. So the whole quality aspect of it is like a whole different way to fucking run. Like there's a thing that we used to teach called the root cause. The root cause of a fucking problem. It allows you to find the one thing that's gonna fix everything. The best example we had was like your car. Yeah. If your car breaks down, or say it won't start, and you replace the battery. Now it starts again, but then it dies again. You replace the battery. It starts again, but then it dies again. So we go into, okay, why does this die in? So you look at, okay, what charges the battery? So it's just like leading down questions to get you to the root cause.
You've heard of the 80-20 rule?
80-20 rule? I mean, I heard that like something in the lines where 20% gives you 80.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you're talking about. That 20% is your root that fills in the 80. Yeah. So you only focus on the 20.
Yeah. Okay. For example, let's say you got 4 social medias. Maybe IG is the one where it gives you all the love, but then you're wasting your time posting on all these other ones too.
So
where if you focus on this one, then that'll give you the biggest
double down on that.
Yeah, something like bro. So I mean, learning those little things in life kind of just made me tweak mine.
Right.
And it all led me to the point where, like, after the pandemic, El Paso again was Bart brought me back right when the pandemic was like at the end. Like, this is February 2021.
Yeah.
And we did the show out here. And we went downtown, and I remember downtown was a whole different trip. Outside, everybody had their mask on.
Yeah.
But as soon as we got in the club, get mask off, dancing, smoking cigars.
Yeah.
And man, I was like, dude, El Paso's open. Comedy's coming back. I want to quit. My job, I think every job tells you we're all family. But it's bullshit.
Right.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
You get replaced in a fucking second.
Exactly.
You're all family until you're late. What the fuck? Everyone in my family knows I'm late, bro.
Until you're not useful anymore, and then it's like, you're not family no more.
Yeah. We don't want you, son.
Pretty much.
Right.
Exactly.
And they kind of did me cold when I requested a time off, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
No.
They said
we used to get 2 weeks off for Christmas, and this time we had to come in, and they just wanted us Monday, Tuesday, and my mom diagnosed with cancer. She beat it fucking 3 times now, and that was on her second. She got diagnosed, and I asked my company, I'm like, hey, I want to drive down there and just spend as much time as I can. Can I get those 2 days off? And they're like, nah, we need you here. So knowing that she was sick and everything, still telling me no, turns out that she was wrong about it. So whenever we kind of had a confrontation when she told me no. Yeah. And she went to tell HR that this happened because, like, that's the rules. So HR came up to me and they're like, hey, you actually can go, but you need to sign family leave paperwork. It was the thing that triggered me to say, fuck this place.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this isn't how family treats you, man.
Exactly.
And my mom, I knew she's not gonna sign the paperwork, bro. She's Mexican as fuck. She's like, nah, that's how they get you. I'm like, you're legal. What do you mean they get you? She just won't do the pay. She doesn't want to put the burden on me. She doesn't, she just wouldn't do it. So I ended up still driving out here, spending a day or two, and then driving right back.
Okay.
It was like a 2-day thing. So that gave me that push. And sometimes I'm glad that I have these bad moments in my life because it allowed me to become stronger. If they gave me the time off, who's to say I wouldn't still be there, bro? Who's to say I wouldn't still be there working my ass off, even though I hated it?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that road was tough because it showed me, like, fuck this road.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
That's the first time I felt. I mean, I heard it before. There's no. I mean, every time I say it, a lot of people challenge it, but I think there's no wrong way to live a life. Mm-hmm. Even if you do bad, and you can get back on being good, we need you. Like an ex-drug addict is my best example. That's the only one that can talk to a drug addict.
Right. That makes perfect sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're not fucked up because you did bad. I mean, you learn from it. I see you're better. Yeah. But everyone thinks of the worst examples when I say that shit. So like, what about pedophiles? I'm like, bitch.
You can't do that deep.
Like, we know they don't count.
Yeah, they don't count.
Pedophiles can only talk to other pedophiles.
I know, right? Yeah. But then again, only the converted.
Yeah, their conversation might get positive. Bro.
Yeah, it might change up.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
So somebody put it in the example of the ocean. They said, when you see a wave, you don't think that one was stupid.
No.
It just fucking does it.
Yeah. You take the wave or not, man.
So choices.
Yeah.
Choices are the same thing. When you don't take an action, you're left in this fucking turmoil.
Yeah.
You know? Deciding fucking sucks because you haven't decided yet. So that thinking about it just, I was like, fucking, I'm gonna pull the trigger. May 14th, 2021. That's the last day I clocked out.
Nice.
I clocked out, bro. Here I am 4 years later.
Yeah.
Making the most I've ever made in my life.
Fuck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about,
and
dude.
it's doing what I love.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. I thank her for telling me no.
Yeah.
I'm glad she did, bro. I'm not mad at anybody, dog.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I love that I'm at. I'm at this place where everything I want, I have. And no matter how bad people treat me, they can't take that away from me.
Exactly.
So I don't focus on that no more.
Yeah.
If somebody does me wrong, fuck you.
Sometimes some of those things are what you needed too.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, yeah, it wakes you up. Exactly. It wakes you up. I used to be this crazy beast, bro. Like I used to weigh 360 pounds back in 2013.
Okay. Hey.
2013, bro. That was me at my heaviest. I was right outside of breakup, and I don't know. I was just like, I blamed everything on her. Yeah. I was like, you know what? It's your fault that I can't fucking get to this new position. Like, you don't believe, like, shit like that. So when she left, I was like, well, it's time to fucking show that
that's right,
that I needed the peace, that I needed to fucking go back to me. And bro, 2013 June, I remember that shit. I took off comedy. Like every show I had, I canceled that month.
Damn.
And I would just go to work, come home, watch documentaries on weight, on fucking food, on whatever I could. I wouldn't watch any type of TV unless it was educating me.
Getting that knowledge, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Ever since then, I just slowly just went to a vegan life, where it's not so much of the processed food, but like the most raw, slightly cooked food that I can do, bro. And that shit just helped me. Dude, I mean, I was running half marathons back then.
Nice.
At 250 pounds, bro.
Oof.
Like I felt like this, I don't know, this lightness that I've never felt before. And I think to each their own. Everybody can take their own fucking path. There's a million ways to skin a cat, bro. There's people doing more than, eating fucking whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
But for me, that just kind of became my answer, and it's been allowing me to just change. So the weight loss was like the first push where I realized the brain's dumb. You can learn to love and hate anything you want.
Yeah.
I never believed that in myself, like, oh, this is just me. Like some people go, oh, I'm a Taurus. No, fuck you. You're choosing this. You're choosing to repeat a fucking pattern, man.
Yeah. I think,
and go ahead.
I think sometimes, like, if you don't make a choice to like change, the universe is gonna make that choice for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you fired. It's gonna make an accident happen. Something's gonna happen to derail you off of that, put you back on the right track.
Because that's what we were meant to be. Like sometimes people don't.
It seems like
the
that
signs,
happens.
A lot of people don't read the signs. They just want to avoid that. But like, I don't mean to get too spiritual, but sometimes like there's a higher power telling you this is where you need to go.
There's a reason you have the urge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't take it, it's gonna be forced on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think this message is coming to you and shit.
Yeah.
And bro, there's I don't know, there's a reason I've been taking these leaps, and it's been leading me here. So I feel like I'm following the path I was supposed to.
Because I think if you follow a certain path, again, higher power. I think it's like you're gonna light up the lights of other people. That path you take. You're not only gonna affect yourself. You're gonna affect so many others to take their journey. Sometimes that's why it's forcing you.
I think that's the only way to convince somebody else is to do it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, because nobody wants to hear anything.
No.
They see you do it, and they're like, wait, I can do that.
Yeah. I catch myself sometimes, too, giving people advice they didn't even ask for. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's most comedians, though.
Sometimes it's
that's most comedians, dog.
This is what it is.
Hey, man, you want to change that word in your set? Man, fuck you, dog. Right. Some people take good criticism and be like, hey, man, thanks. Some people go like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I wait. I'm like, ask me. Ask me, fuck you.
It's like, if you're in a position that I would like to be in, then I'm going to listen to you. That's really what it is.
You take that, bro, because you definitely want to.
But I mean, back to change is a lot of people don't want to change that about themselves. Or I like this, or I feel comfortable here. And comfort is an illusion. And change is inevitable. Yeah. Even if you stay the same, your body still fucking changes. Like change is inevitable, bro.
Yeah.
And moving brought me the most life ever.
Good.
Sitting down doing nothing gave me the most depressing fucking feeling I've ever had. My marathons used to be Breaking Bad, bro. I would sit down and watch Breaking Bad, dog. Finish a whole season within a weekend, fool. Like, I was like 10 hours of fucking TV, dog. And I'd just be sitting, and then I wonder, how come I don't feel happy? Right? It's like this stupid ass meme I saw. It's like, I feel sad. I don't know why. And it's like, well, did you work out? No. Did you go outside? No.
You don't anything.
You ain't doing shit. Yeah, because I don't want to be that bitter. Like, we all been there. We talked about it, but you don't want to be that bitter comedian. We all know one.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Or bitter person in general, but especially a bitter comedian.
Yeah.
They're some of the worst people to hang around with. You like this.
Bro.
And you like this. Get the fuck away
They
from
give
me,
you the
man.
most advice.
Yeah, they give me the most. It's always the bit. You like this. Get out of here, man.
It's like, I don't know if I want to live like you, bro.
Yeah, dog. You come in angry when you come in here, dog. You're mad at everybody, dog. For real,
Yeah,
bro.
not a lot of people can be that light for themselves. And I think that's what comics do too. Not a lot of people can make themselves laugh
Yeah.
the way we can.
Yeah.
You know, like to be able to fucking lose your mind. Because I mean, I remember at the comic strip, I had one show where there was a lady just like pounding the table, asking me to stop because she can't breathe. Like that.
Yeah.
That takes so much skill and understanding about, I don't know, just like this energy you're creating. Comedy is so funny. You're just creating this chaos almost, this misdirection, this whole. Oh man, and to be able to, outside of that stage, still find a connection. I think that's what's been my biggest challenge now. You know, now that I have the stage secured, when I come home, sometimes I just sit down and watch TV. I think for the past 2 years, I basically took it off. I'm not that beast no more. I'm not that guy that can run the fucking half marathon is what I did. 13 miles.
Why you
That's
say
still
that?
a lot of
Yeah,
that's a lot of miles.
Yeah, it is. But why do you say that?
Yeah, because I spent those 2 years just like playing it easy, bro. I'm not even on IG doing skits, doing anything. Like part of me is like, I want to focus on this craft. So every day I get my reps in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing almost 2 shows a day sometimes, and it's like 35, 45 minutes every time I touch.
You're in because you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you're in the mixture of it.
Yeah.
And now, from what I saw, and especially that it's LA Comedy Club, right?
Yeah.
That room you get a different crowd.
Yeah.
That's a comedian's
That's
orgasm.
badass.
That's a comedian's orgasm in itself right there. To work with room and you get a different crowd every time. That is give any comedian in that room, he'll bust a nut.
It was like whenever you wanted it.
Whatever you want there, dog, you get to stay different people, bro. I mean, how does that feel like?
Oh, it's the most amazing thing, bro. Okay, so let me take you back to 2023.
All right.
I'm listening to Tony Robbins, all that bullshit.
Gotcha.
And I sit down and I write everything I fucking want. To tell you, bro, within 10 years, I have all of that shit, except for one thing, and that was my weight loss. I wrote down that I wanted to be at 180 because I read somewhere that was my fucking optimal weight for my
the
height
BMI?
and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I wrote down 180, and funny enough, 360 is my highest, so it's literally a fucking. I'm doing a 180 in my life right now, bro.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
So it was all just like it matched up. The other thing is that I wanted to make over 6 figures a year in comedy alone.
Yeah.
And to be able to support my family and everybody else. I have all that. Everything that I wrote down, bro.
That's
and dude, like the line that got me was Tony Robbins said, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and then underestimate what they can do in 10. And for me to write it down and almost set it and forget it, like subconsciously, it was there because I'm doing that practice of visualizing it and putting it down.
Right.
And it set me on this journey without even fucking me knowing it. It was like my drive, bro.
Wow.
That's one thing I try to push out on my shows is that I'll sneak in these messages now.
You do that, yeah.
Yeah, where I'm like letting you know how I, got myself through it. Like when I talk about my weight loss, it's one of my favorite things, bro. And I'll see some people like, fucking, it hits them out there in the back, fucking guy right here. Because to love yourself, I think is to raise your standards.
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed. Yeah,
and,
for sure.
and before I used to be a guy that just didn't love himself. I just didn't, bro. I was my worst enemy. In the sense, if anybody talked to me the way I thought about myself, I would have fucked them up. I'd be like, how dare you talk to me like that? but here I am, bro, doing it to my goddamn self.
Yeah, that's
Because you can imagine, but when you're that big and you sit down and you look at yourself, you're just like, this fat fuck, goddamn. Like, fuck. And I work that into my jokes. Yeah. I work that into my jokes. My writing is based on a lot of the fucking the pain, but being able to find the answer for the pain too. Mm-hmm. So at my shows, I kind of compare it to say everybody's journey is different. So what I do is I say I talk to somebody that never even gained the weight, you know, that never even fucking, like, this dude's been a bodybuilder his whole fucking life, and I'm like, how do you do it? Right. And this guy just straight up, he's like, bro, I don't even eat for nutrition, dog. He goes, I don't even eat for taste. I eat for nutrition. So I don't give a fuck if it tastes like shit. I'll still eat that. I'm like, I don't like the way you're saying that, though, bro. You look, you don't even look happy with it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't look happy doing that.
So I knew that his path wasn't mine.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make when I do that joke. I'm like, I can't do that. And then I talked to somebody else that was fat and lost the weight too. I'm like, how did you do it? And he goes, I do the diet of the moon.
Diet of the moon?
Yeah, like depending on what the moon is, that's what he eats and shit. And I'm like, nah, bro, you probably gonna sell me crystals after this, right? Dude, I gotta charge them and shit. and that tells me that there's a million ways, you know, to skin this cat.
Exactly.
But the one that really got me was your why. Why are you choosing to change? Fuck what thing you choose to change with.
Yeah.
If your why's strong enough, you're gonna find your answer. So the last guy told me, he's like, what you gotta do is you gotta find that love for yourself. So, you know, love yourself more. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, bro, I do that 3 times a week. Like, I'm good, you know, like, that's healthy. I didn't get what he meant by love yourself. So for the first time ever, I'm going up to the mirror and literally trying to fucking show myself love. And it's so awkward.
Yeah.
Because for the years, I'm like, fucking fat ass, look at you. You know, like, I've never been that nice guy. Yeah. And it took me a while to be able to fucking look at myself and get to a point where I'm loving to myself, bro. Most people never do this. I told one person to fucking try that, and I was able to see it. And the connection that they felt was the same thing I felt. Like, there's a moment where you're fucking looking at yourself crying, bro. Like, it's just like this love to come from you, and not an outside source, has allowed me to be fine no matter what the fuck happens to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I'm with somebody and she passes away, that love for myself has allowed me to come back to a light. And if I didn't have that love for myself, fucking, I'd probably be up there with them. Yeah. If I didn't feel that fucking same way. So that has been like my number one key right there. Is that at the end of the day, I'm fucking proud of me and everything I've done back then. And I love it too, because I think when I post, most people, they love that part. Yeah. More than the comedy. When I post that picture of me, because I was like big as hell, and I'm on stage and everything, so I post like 3 pictures of me big, and then the other one was just recent, skinny little side profiles.
It does make a difference.
And my people fucking love that.
Yeah,
they love that. But when I post a flyer, they're like, nah.
That's usually how it works.
Bro, it's a trip, man. It's a trip, but it shows me that that's why they're here. They're here because look at what this man did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing, you know, that I'm happy about myself, is that I was able to show myself that love. And when you have that love, and it's just like a shower, bro. If you don't do it constantly, then you start to stink. Dog, you start to stink at it, bro. And if you don't have that love, you start to feel, then what's the point? Yeah. What's the point, you know? And you that thing creeps in, man. It creeps in, but to acknowledge that feeling and then to just let it go, like that takes effort. And that's where I put my effort in, and I think that's what allows me to be so happy, so positive. So when something happens, I might act like a little bitch for 5 minutes. I give myself, you know, I give myself some, bro. Yeah, I mean, anybody that see me in the car, let me know, bro. Look at this fucking idiot. It's not like I never get mad. I never get mad, but nothing tears me down like it used to. Because I felt I've been torn down by the most devastating things, at least in my life. I know people that have been through worse, and it gives me a reason not to bitch.
Same here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
Like at the end of the day, I'm lucky, bro. Especially now. Now I have everything I asked for. 3 bedrooms, I only use 1. Bro, I got a pool. like this is a life I never thought I had, and it's all because I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to make people happy.
Yeah.
And to know that the only thing that takes away my happiness is when I look at my phone and I see my homies fucking what I make in a year, make in a weekend. I'm like, fuck, bro. My life sucks.
Social media do that, dog.
Bro,
social media makes you feel like shit most of the time.
It does, man.
You look at people's stories, you're like this. I mean, you're happy, but you're like, man, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's when posting the good stuff,
Dude,
though.
I love saying that shit on stage. I mean, it makes you think the grass is greener, but that shit's a filter, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fucking
Nobody's
filter.
posting the fucking bad shit.
Nobody put my lights about to get cut off. Nobody does that shit. Hey,
right.
man, there's a mouse in my apartment. Let me show you the mouse. It's like 2
They
or
just
3.
say candlelight dinner.
Ain't nobody. To me, I would respect that more, dog.
Bro.
I would respect that more. Somebody was like, yo, I'm stuck on the side of the road or some shit.
Grind.
This watch fake.
Yeah. My girlfriend's about to throw this frying pan in the back of my head. I'd be like, yeah, it's the true shit. She's in the back like, pow. Like,
We're not happy, y'all.
we're miserable.
Don't believe
dog.
the pictures.
Don't believe it.
For real, man.
But I think that we fucking outsource our lives so much.
That's true.
That we need this validation from the social media. And I think that's why most people are at the most depressed state they've ever been, is because they want their validation to come from a fucking box instead of the people in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite message now. Is I say it's the people in your life that make your life so great.
Yeah, hands down.
I totally agree.
And if you're not happy, change the fucking people, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Change the fucking people, shit. Don't be afraid to be the dumbest one in the room.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, because if all your friends are smart, you're going to catch up, you know? It's just the nature of fucking existing.
Just stay quiet, man.
That's what I do.
You're going to be like who you surround yourself
Yeah,
with.
that's what I do. I sit back and learn. Sometimes it's better not to say nothing. You can sit back and go, I'm going to learn off everybody. That's what I do with comedy. I just go like this. I don't sit there and go, I just go, then I ask questions later. Yeah. But I observe first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's good working at the Strip and hosting, because I get to see people like you, headliners, like, okay, what, not to copy anything, but just go like, all right, what is he doing? What thing, the manners and the way y'all carry yourselves, the love you show after the shows, dog. Even after I hosted, bro, this dude still showed me love. Even in the, like, we still communicate. It's not like, you know, some headliners are like, all right, man, like,
you can stop, man.
Call me when you in the city, bro. And then like you get the number you have called. It's like you don't get none of that. But he's not like that at all, bro. He's never been like that. Always been like a beacon of like positive energy. You see that, and I took a little bit of that. Not copy your style, man, but just the positivity. Because I'm like this. Because like, what's the point of spreading any negative shit? Well, especially if you're doing like something you love. You go like this. Hey, and by the way, you good. Like things are gonna get better for you. You go like, hey, you're loved. You know. You'll stop and just do that, dog. You'll just, and then everybody be like, and then everybody feels better when they walk out of it. What it shows, dog. I sat there and I observed it. Dog. I was just hosting one day. I was like, dude, I see what he's doing, bro. And you were laughing the whole time, bro. Never got upset, nothing. Just laughing. Everybody took pictures with everybody. Everybody, like. And you got that. You saw Gabriel. And Gabriel's been showing a lot of love, I noticed, to a lot of other comedians. I've seen it, man.
Yeah,
He's been like showing love to everybody. Polar Bear, everybody, bro. And I'm like, not too many comedians do that, bro. Just don't. You very rarely see that.
Yeah.
Everybody just goes like this. All right, this is mine.
This is all that's
This is
left.
all mine. Nobody's gonna
Nobody can
touch
have
it. Not even give you a crumb. Not even a little fucking frosting. Nope, none of it. But he's not like that. I went to him and I asked him. He's like, let me show you what I do. Let me show you that this merch thing works. Let me show you how I got started.
I think you have a very unique voice in your performance.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
bro.
you know.
Thank you.
So I was like wondering about that because you know how people like talk about finding your voice and shit. Like when do you think like you kind of got?
I probably got
Yeah.
when I stopped with the dick jokes.
That's everybody's go-to,
Right?
Honestly, I think it was right around quitting the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, quitting the job because I think my life was in a whole different position. Now it's like this has to work, and I'm like, why hasn't it worked so far? Because I think I've like to me, I've always been funny.
Right.
I've always been hilarious. Like I've always been able to get the crowd, but why can't I get that following built up?
Yeah.
What is it else that I'm missing?
Yeah.
And I just reached out inward and thought, okay, there's a lot of reasons I say these jokes because of things that I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
So now to sneak in these messages like relationships. I think I was doing that one last night. Or
Yeah.
I don't know which show I was on or if you heard it, but
I saw the first show.
okay. Damn, did I say it on the first show? Wait, usually what I like to say is I say, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
And this includes you too. Because if you think about every failed relationship you have ever been in, you are the only common factor. Everyone else is different.
Right.
Yeah, that's facts.
And the only thing we can do is change ourselves. Because to change someone else, it's impossible.
Yeah.
You know? And that message is like the epitome of my happiness right now. Is that I've always been able to change myself in a situation. I've never tried to change anybody else. I worked inwards. But because now I'm full-time comedy, it's allowing me to see like this is why, you know, I come up with all these relationship jokes. Just to remind people that, we're supposed to fucking fight. You know, we're a little fucking different.
Yeah.
I mean, her life is completely different than your life when you guys wake up. And to still come together in between that.
Yeah.
Like I would love to somebody. I mean, I had it a few times where people are like, we were about to break up. But then we seen what you said and we gave it another chance. They might not still be together now. but you
did that for him.
But goddamn.
Yeah, but he said, you know,
But goddamn, bro.
a little bit of relapse,
But
they got back together.
But to do a show and have somebody want to change their life, like I wanted to be the Tony Robbins of comedy.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of what he did for me in that sense.
Okay.
You know, just give me that little change, that fucking 1 degree, and the 1 degree can be the difference between stagnant water or boiling water. And I feel like right now I'm sizzling, bro. My life's in a different place because I was able to switch it that much. And that little change, you talk about 5 years later, you're in a whole different position in your life. When I look back at that guy, 2018, 2019, it's the darkest I've ever been. Darkest I've ever been. And now when I look at my life, I would have never thought back in those days that I would have this. And this is the funny part is that these moments, they're going to come again.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're going to come again. So they don't last.
That's another thing I was thinking of too. Like, after you accomplished your whole list, did you write another list?
No, I haven't. That's why I think I've been taking these past 2 years off.
Okay.
Even though I made the most I've ever made.
Right.
I feel like I'm not pushing myself
Yeah.
as the person that I used to be. And sometimes when life throws shit back your way, it wakes you up again.
Right.
You know, it wasn't me being in a near-death situation, but my mom again going back on chemo. I was like, fuck, man. Yeah. And you know what? I better take care of myself too. And it got me back on that. I was creeping back up. I was up high, like about 245 pounds. And now I'm back down to 210, 215.
Way to go, man.
Nice, man. Hell yeah.
And I'm finding that guy that used to be, 2013. The 2013 Julio at 360 was a fucking beast, bro. At 360, all odds are against you.
Yeah.
You have no fucking faith. The little. When you start losing, that's when you get the motivation to come in. But for that motherfucker to start it without having that motivation, without knowing for sure, but with all that doubt, and for him to go, I'm here. Yeah. I'm still showing up. That's why a lot of my weight loss at first, it wasn't even fucking weightlifting, none of that shit. Working out, none of that shit. I didn't do none of that shit. It was just food.
Just dieting, huh?
Just food.
Yeah. That does make a difference.
Just fucking food. Well, somebody was telling me that working out was 30%, genetics is like fucking 5 or some shit, and then food was 70.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why put 100% of my effort into the fucking 20?
Yeah, exactly.
When I can put it into the 80, bro.
It does make a difference.
Dude, it changed my fucking, it just changed that enough. And then when I started losing the weight, I had the energy to now go do whatever. So I talked to somebody else. I'm like, how did you lose your weight? And they're like, hiking. They're like, how did you lose it? I'm like, food. So we would show each other. We would go hiking, and then I would, show them food. But for some people, like, I don't know. In their mind, no, I need a carne asada burrito. You know what I mean? In their mind.
I'm like, even you saying that, I'm like,
no.
It's hard though. It is. I was overweight too, so I know. Yeah. But I don't know if I can only speak for myself. But that fat boy's always in you. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
You might be skinny.
Hell yeah.
There's something I've binge eat. I've binge eat off of cookies, dog.
Yeah.
I finished 12 yesterday by myself.
Yeah. Bro.
I shouldn't have done it, but it was marathon hour, so I had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's what it is.
It's what it is. Now I got to go in there and burn them motherfucking shit off. I feel you saying.
Yeah.
I taught myself, right, for every cookie I eat, I'm going to have to go harder in the gym. That's the only thing I taught myself.
Yeah.
This is how you got to do it mentally. But that fat boy is always going to be in you. Because I'm not used. I would go eat for no reason, bro.
Well, you don't even know why he's in there, but it's designed. It's by design. That product is designed to make that fat boy come out.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That makes sense.
Bro, in nature, anything that had fat, sugar, salt, we go fucking crazy because it's not out there. You get celery, bite on that shit. Imagine that's all you had, and then all of a sudden someone gives you a fucking steak.
Yeah, you gonna tear that shit
grilled up.
Yeah.
You be like, this is the best thing ever. I've had this all the time. But then you see your body, and you're like, wait, maybe I shouldn't be eating this shit.
Yeah.
You think that's why fucking beehives and honey? You know what I mean? Because that honey is super sweet, but it's protected by things that'll fuck you up.
That makes sense. And people still take a chance at going there.
Are you gonna risk your life for this shit?
Some people would, but
some people, I'm like, I'd rather eat the apple. Ain't no bee around that bitch. That's funny. That's how they protect their stuff.
So what got you into comedy in the first place?
Oh shit!
Everybody has a comedic role model they go to.
Dude, I mean, comedy wise, I always, I think Eddie Murphy, Raw.
Oh yeah, classic.
That's always that would be classic.
And Delirious.
Yeah.
Delirious more so like the backyard, fucking Aunt Bonnie running down the steps and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like to create something that you can watch over and over. I mean, even to this day, I know exactly what's coming. It's still funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's still funny to me. And that was always been my goal with comedy. I'm like, if I create anything, I want it to be that. I want it to be a joke where you can hear, and you'll still laugh.
Yeah.
And now, honestly, like all my jokes, since I never put out a special, I've never done anything like that. All my jokes feel like paint. And when I start the show, I don't know what I'm gonna paint yet.
Oh, I like that.
So I kind of go into it, okay, what am I feeling? Whatever I feel, I'll just start with that. If I got new jokes, I'll throw them in.
Yeah.
Or I got certain things that I just say to wake up the fucking crowd, and then I can go wherever I want. You know, but it all depends on what's going to happen today. Because if I can do that and create a custom moment, I think that makes the show a whole lot better.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
You know, especially when it feels like I'm just not up there, just repeating. And then you see me again next year and I'm just same thing. You know? Like that's not what I wanted to do, but I love the style right now. And I get to play with it every time. So we create these good fucking moments, man. I got a lot of audio where oh my God, it's just good how you met stories. Just good how you met. Yeah, one guy was like a cop and pulled her over. And I had another situation where it was reversed. Another guy got pulled over by her. I'm like, what the hell did you tell her, bro? How'd you get out of that ticket, bro? That's fucking dope. I got it all on audio, and I wanted to create this bank where I can snip it. Because that's the one thing I don't like, is I don't like editing, bro. You know, it's like I need a team, bro.
Exactly.
I need a team, dog.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it, man. So well, I mean, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, like, if I can get back to this guy, like, I'll be able to do it. But what got me started into comedy was the people that sucked. That's
Really?
what got me started. Really. More than the good ones. Yeah. It's going to a comedy show and watching someone suck. Just like, they let anyone up there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm someone.
That's a good way of looking at it. That's a good way of looking at it.
I think we all kind of felt that way.
That was just a bad thing right now.
Dude, that's serious facts to that.
It's like when you see a fine chick with an ugly dude, I'm like, I got a chance.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Exactly.
No
bro.
way she won't hate me.
That's facts, bro.
But yeah, that's what kind of gave me that, man, I want to do this. And I've always been that funny guy, I think. I've always understood how to make someone laugh. I just didn't know the formula to it. But I've always understood, like, hey, if I call something back, like, it's fucking more hilarious. And I've always been that guy. So I figured that's where I got my practice in. And by this time, I was going to a club, the Haha Cafe. I would go there religiously almost. Yeah. Every weekend, and I would just hang out with the comics after that. And I was always the fan, though. As the fan, I got treated way better. Hey, bro,
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Even the club was giving me free drinks. They're like, oh, this guy's here all the time. Give him a beer, man. I was like, no shit, this comedy club is great. But they tricked me, bro. They fucking tricked me. I thought it was going to be a party forever. And then, literally, when I got on stage, I literally fucking jumped that picket line. I went over to this side. And it was dark, bro. It was dark.
Like, you over here now.
Man.
You over here.
Yeah. After my first open mic, literally, it was Jeff Garcia was like, you know it's different now, right?
Damn.
Yeah, it's like that,
Straight to
Hell yeah, it's like that. Hey, what my feet drink? What
Give me
drink?
my bear back.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
What was
the
that
club?
first time
The
like?
club never gave me a fucking other drink.
Nah, free drink after that. You gonna pay for your shit.
What was that first time on stage like for you?
It was an adrenaline rush.
Nice.
It was an adrenaline rush. I did a lot of the common fucking comparisons, like the she lived too far to date, bullshit, gas money, shit like that, and to hear everybody laugh, bro. It was an open mic at the Haha. Usually you pay $5 to do this. I asked him that I wanted to do it, and fucking literally snapped his fingers, told this guy, hey, put him down for next week. He's going up. Because that's how much he loved me, coming there.
Yeah.
And he was happy about it too. And he fucking said, go and give him a chance. And I went up there, bro. And the open mic kind of ran late. So they started letting people in for the first show. So we had a good fucking,
cool,
like 30, 40 people there. They were actually fucking members, audience members.
Yeah.
Not comics. Comics are different, bro. It's
Yeah.
like we're all going for the same interview.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fucking be like, hey, yeah, good answer.
Yeah.
Like, no one,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
give him the job.
They laugh more at you eating a dick.
Yeah. You'll hear laughing when you're bombing.
Right. And now I had fucking real people.
Yeah.
So when I went up, it worked. Like the shit I had fucking worked. And I get off stage, bro, and I'm in the back smoking a cigarette, dog, and my hands fucking going, bro. Like I felt the adrenaline rush me. It was like I've been trying to chase that high, bro, ever since then, man.
Yeah.
And I told him, I go, I want to do a show, and he's like, you want to sell tickets? I'm like, yeah, and he goes, okay. I got him 25 tickets. They're $5 each, and you gotta buy them 25 at a time. I bought 2 packs. Like, oh no, I'm sorry. My first show, I just brought 60 people in.
Nice.
And they all bought tickets.
Yeah.
And then he says, hey, you can make money. Buy the tickets from me, you sell them. So I sold 75 the second time.
Nice.
And I walked away with $350. This is my 3rd show. I was like, oh, that's an average of 100.
Hustle gang.
Bro,
Hell yeah.
that woke me up. Everything I had in my life at that point just allowed me to do that because the company I worked for, the one I was selling the bootleg DVDs, I knew everybody.
Perfect.
I had the best fucking, and then I would be like, hey, you got the movie? Well, you want to see the show? Come see the show. And pretty soon, like one time I rented it out. Turns out I overpaid. I had another comic tell me, bro, next time you rent it out, tell me. Like literally 3-4 times as much.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got you.
Yeah. I barely made $400.
Yeah.
And after I paid like, I don't know, like $1,000 for the room or something. And the other guy's like, bro, I can get it for $3. I was like, damn. Bro.
Yeah.
And we made 14 that night.
Nice.
Yeah, I made 14 because I just sold all the fucking tickets. So I was a hustler back then, man, and I was hungry with that. And then comedy kind of showed me like that shit's gonna die out. That's just gonna die, especially if you ain't changing the material and doing all this. Cause bro, this is literally like my 4th, 5th show, and I'm kind of just going up there being like, oh no, like you can just think about it and do it. Like I didn't know any better, and I'm glad I didn't know any better. Because if somebody was like, fuck no, you can't do that, then who knows where I would be right now? Who knows if I would even get the same fucking act? Because I was just like, no, whatever I say is gold, because of the way I say it. Like when I'm engaged with somebody in a party, like it's different. When I'm on stage, it's different. When I'm off stage, complete like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Bro. Like,
I feel you.
It goes away. But as soon as I touch the stage, like a different guy comes out.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
It's like a switch.
Oh yeah.
The other guy's like this. I got this. You slay back. I'm gonna handle this business for you.
Yeah. The other guy's like, what just happened?
Yeah, you're sitting there. Okay.
Why is there a standing ovation?
I saw that yesterday, man. You bring that energy, dude.
Oh, yeah, man.
As soon as you start going, it's like full
no
throttle.
Okay, I need you guys here. Man. I mean, to think in Vegas, I do the hardest thing ever, which is to perform in front of strangers. Strangers have no fucking reason to like you.
Makes sense, yeah.
My family did. My friends did. That's why it gave me my confidence when I first started, because half of the fucking room, I know you. I fucking know you. Even if it ain't 100%, you're just gonna be like, good one, bro. Good one. Get it on the next one, baby. Get it on the next one. I didn't have that. I had the other half that didn't fucking know me laugh. The guy told me I was supposed to get 5 minutes, bro. The first time I was supposed to get 5 minutes. They got 17.
Yeah.
He's all, you had everyone laughing, man, and it didn't stop. So we just kept you going. Now they would book me, and I didn't know it's because they wanted me to sell tickets. I thought, oh, it's because I'm funny now. right? So now I show up, bro, and put me on dead last because I didn't bring nobody. It just showed me how like dirty this game is, right?
It's sketchy, bro. It's sketchy. That's for sure.
And it kind of like led me down that path where I started to separate the ticket sales, and now I was giving them away for free.
Yeah. I
was like, I need more strangers. I need more people that don't fucking know me now.
Yeah.
Because everybody that I does, I was like, oh, I already heard that one, or whatever. Yeah. But then at the same time, my material started changing too. On my YouTube, I got a lot of my old clips, and I haven't really posted anything since then. But there's this one where I literally talked to the front row for just like 5 minutes, and you can count the laughs on that. I'm up to like 8 or 9 per minute.
Nice.
Dude,
Fuck yeah.
These people were just dying. Everything I said was gold, bro. Everything I said. And that guy was just, I don't know. I felt like LeBron, bro. I didn't even have to practice, dog. I was just getting them in. I didn't show up to practice, but it was game day. I'm just
well, you're in the mix, though, right now. Like, you're Vegas, so, I mean, pretty much, I think, because right now, everybody's getting on comedians for doing, like, crowd work. Mm-hmm. They're like, all you do is crowd. But you have to understand, though, if you're touring, like you told me, if you're touring, you can't put your same material over and over again. You have to put some crowd work in there. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, people will be like, I know what he's going to say.
You burn your jokes.
You can't sit there. People get mad at comedians. I'm like, nah, you have to do that to show, okay, I can do off and on. I can do my set, but I can also do crowd work and other improv and other stuff.
Yeah, I think what it is, too, is a lot of people want to hold on to what it was. And with change.
Yeah. That's
change,
smart, yeah.
Change has to fucking, I don't think what it was hits the same.
Right.
If you have somebody that makes it different, they're hitting higher. And what makes it different now is you customize it. I think what attracts an audience is that I might get famous if I go to your show.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I go to your show and you pick me, shit. This might be my Kill Tony moment, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? You're totally fucking right with that.
Because I'm looking at it from a different angle. As a performer, I'm just like, oh shit, you guys want to be part of the conversation. Like you want a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, before it was a performance. Like you're in a movie theater. You don't fucking go, yeah, that's right. Until somebody said, yeah, that's right. He goes, this guy knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And you create that moment. Fuck yeah. Like it's different. Like if I can say anything funny off your answer to me, it just shows you that, oh, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Right.
This guy can take whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people can do that. A lot of people gotta go, no, I need you to believe this before I can say this, before I can say that. And I'm not really a technical writer like that, so I can feel free to flow in between.
Yeah.
I think how it works. And then I think now, you said a lot of audiences now, they want to be in the show.
Yeah.
Like I honestly, now they see all that crowd work, everybody doing it. People technically, like on purpose now. Before, nobody want to sit in the front. Now everybody's like, all right, like, come on. I know he's going to say something to me because I got this hat on. I got this yellow ass hat with a banana stick on it. He going to say something to me. And of course, we see the first motherfucker with a banana hat. Hey, what the fuck you got that on, man? I knew he was going to say something. And they already got everything prepared to go back at
Wear
you.
the lime green jacket and
everything. Yeah, they know, dog. They know. So they want to be a part of that now.
Yeah.
But you said everything has to evolve.
Yeah.
Comedy's the same way. It can't just stick to the whole. Otherwise, all of us would be doing one-liners, dog.
I mean, it started with when social media came into the effect that took out TV in such a way where like say the late night, the Tonight Show, the late night show, Johnny Carson, they were the gatekeepers.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to go on that in order to start touring the clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, fucking, if you can sell seats, I don't give a fuck what you do on stage.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a good and bad thing, because like some of them, some of the social media, God bless them, but some of them don't have good 15, 20. So what they do is they'll take a headliner that's been polished and knows his shit, and they'll be like, all right, you go with me, and I'll just go ahead. You cover most of the jokes for me. You do the 30, I'll do 15 on the far end. Yeah. And then I'm good.
I mean, somebody didn't even know that was gonna happen, you know? Some of these people just got hit with that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, here, I'm just trying to share my videos, and all of a sudden, fucking, hey, 1 million people just saw that shit. Yeah. And they liked it.
You were famous now.
Yeah. And of course, every other comic's gonna be like, well, technically that joke's not even the best because she could have, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody, bro, because it didn't happen to you. Because it didn't happen to you, you got fucking everything you can say. But when it happens to you, you just gotta make the best of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you ride that wave.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault, but you're getting criticized every person.
Yeah.
Like I had a couple people be like, "Hey man, how come you didn't book me yet?" I'm like, book you on what, bitch? I don't like the shows that I got other resident comics on my show. There is no spot. You come out to Vegas, it better be because you're already in town, bro. You can do a guest spot, bro, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe. But I don't got no money for you, man. And now they're in their head, like they're already mad at me. Because I didn't call them back up, or I didn't.
Like it's your fault.
No, it's not.
Yeah, man.
I don't see anything in life. You're not owed anything, dog.
No,
it's not. Yeah, and that's how I feel.
Yeah, nobody owes me shit. If I show up and I don't go, man, fuck. I just go, hey, didn't happen. He was busy or whatever.
That's it.
But I'm not gonna get all of my feelings about it. It's like you don't owe me shit.
I don't need revenge.
Like, you gotta make it happen.
Nobody owes you shit. Like my dad said, nobody owes you.
Nobody owes you
a
shit.
fucking thing. Your mama don't owe me marriage, but she hid.
I think I think your life is as good as the questions are to yourself. There's one comic recently. He was out in Vegas, man, and he came with me to a few shows. He got up on stage, like I see him putting in the work.
Yeah.
But then he asked me, he's like, bro, how come no one books me? I'm like, let me ask you this, bro. How many people did you ask? He's like, what do you mean?
Nah, shit.
How many people did you hit up to get booked? He goes, I don't know anybody out here. I go, well, then back in California. He's like, oh, like 2? I go, okay, and one of them is dead. The shit he told me about. Like, so that's why he's not booking. But also is because you're not hitting enough numbers. It was a fucking numbers game, bro. And for him to say, why is nobody booking me, is almost admitting that he's not bookable. So you got to change your question to be, who's booking? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's smart as fuck.
That's going to lead you a different way in life versus the other question. And that all came to me because of the self-love. The self-love allowed me to change what I fucking tell myself. And what I tell myself fucking directs me on where I put my life. And I think some people don't know that. So they'll ask and they'll say these things that keep them on the level that they're at.
Totally, because that's pretty much the question every comic asks. At open mic, they'll be, how come I'm getting booked? And I'm like, don't ask me, bro.
Bro, yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm hustling myself. So it's kind of hard for me, So it's kind of
I love that so much, man. It's like, if you don't like the answer, then change the fucking question.
Yeah.
Like,
bro.
that's fucking badass.
Yeah, because there's a lot of power in that, and suppose where you're going to direct. There was I can't remember the name of the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
And it was a professor that kind of gave this question to his students. He says, what would happen if we shut down jails in 5 years and we let everybody out? And all the students were listing like, oh, crime in the streets would go, above and beyond. If we shut down the jails and let everybody out, it would be horrible. And they would just list everything that was horrible about it.
Yeah.
And then he says, okay, let me ask you this. What can we do that we no longer need jails in 5 years from now?
Yes.
They're like, you know what? Rehabilitation programs can help them out. If we can, get that, or maybe get them young, get them while they're young, make sure they don't live this. It allow you to come up with an answer for the thing you were afraid of. At first, you're like, fuck no, it's going to be chaos. And now you're like, you know what? If we do this, we can control that chaos.
Yeah. But now you're on a positive tip.
And it's all because of the question and how it was phrased.
Yeah.
The end result is for me to get, I don't know, is to show you that your brain is led by something else. And this thing can keep you in the dark or it can keep you in the light. And I think that's all our questions do. So it was like a little stupid ass poem I posted a long time ago. I said, how's it go? If your mind is a garden, are you planting flowers or are you growing weeds? And that question that you pose for yourself, that's what's going to give you your flower.
That's the seed.
Or that's what's going to give you your weed. The question is a seed.
Yeah.
So your answer is that branch and everything else. So the seed that you grow has to be good. And to pose yourself or to change the question to yourself can give you a whole different path. It's a trip, bro. But that internal monologue that I have is it's been the number one reason why I'm able to navigate through anything. Why shit doesn't bother me in the long run. It can bother me in the short run, maybe at the most a month. But by 2 or 3, I'm back to knowing that everything I have is what I begged for a long time ago. And for me not to be grateful right now is to spit in the face of all that hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bro. So being that fucking light for myself, hell yeah, bro. That's been my goddamn secret, man. Being a victim doesn't make sense, bro. Like, I can be like, how come my videos don't go viral? I already know, well, I didn't edit shit this week. I didn't post nothing this week. I didn't do nothing there. And it's the same thing when back in the day, I was like, why am I so depressed? Well, did you work out? Did you go?
And then all you gotta do is change the question. It's like, how do I not be depressed?
Or how can I go viral from now on? Or
exactly.
how can I, And just finding the answers and then working towards that, that's how you climb the mountain.
Fucking love that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just step by step. See, put it down to the smallest little chunk, bro.
The reason I wanted this guy, because honestly, when I first met him, he made a good first impression on me. When I was hosting for him, and I was just like, he stood out amongst some of the other
You
comedians.
put your mic upside down.
I did?
Oh shit!
But everybody still heard me, bro. That's what matters. I was still heard.
They heard your balls more.
Exactly. Now reverse that question.
Why did you put your
Why
mic
did you-
upside down?
Why did you put your to show not everyone's perfect.
Exactly.
But the result is still there.
So one question I want to ask you, like, you came from two different comedic scenes, I'm assuming, before you went to Vegas. Where were you at comedically, like the scene-wise in Vegas, and how is the Vegas scene different from where you were at?
Well, you know, that's a good one. So in LA, there's nothing like Vegas. Only because, I mean, LA is still a tourist town.
Yeah.
And there's a certain like Hollywood clubs that are open every day. But when you go onto the outskirts, they're closed on certain ones. In Vegas, it's almost like 24/7. I can have a Tuesday show feels better than a Saturday one.
Really?
Yes. 100 people showing up on a 6 o'clock, bro. Like Vegas is a number one touring spot. So I feel like I'm able to just do a lot more than what I was doing out here. Out here, I had to work so hard for it. And all the shows would be like a musket.
Really?
It would be the old school thing. I put the flyer, fucking send the invite, hey, you want to come out and all this shit. And then the day shows up and I sell as many shirts as I can. With Vegas, it's like tomorrow's the next one. Tomorrow's the next one. Tomorrow's the next one. That should change the scene for me because out here in California, out in California, I felt like I couldn't do it full time. I needed a bunch of other streams of revenue in order to support myself.
Right.
When I quit my job, I sold my house and I kept all that money and I said, okay, this is gonna be my little nest egg and whatever I need is gonna come from here. And you know how life is, bro.
Yeah.
My mom's car broke down. So there I took out $6,000 and I'm like, here, new used car. That fucker's still kicking right now. And I kept going through everything and things started peeling away on me. And thanks to Vegas, they almost love my style because I was able to perform in front of strangers and have them all fucking roaring. I got lucky in Vegas, I think. In California, it was more me putting in shows, and if I didn't put in that work, it showed. Like a lot of the times I was up to like 330, like at Brea Improv, and then sometimes I was down to like 100 or 70, and I'm like, damn, bro, like I needed to find that thing. So when I quit my job, it was almost like a different thing. Like for a while, I wasn't even bringing out people to the show; I was just performing, and I'm happy. I was fucking funny. So it would get me everywhere. Yeah. Now I would say book a show out in Washington. I would book a show in Portland, and they say they're 2 weeks apart. Mm-hmm. I had a friend out there that would let me stay at their place, and then I would just do open mics or whatever fucking shows I can in between those 2 weeks. Every day I would go up, and then these people that see me, they're like, "Bro, this fool's fucking hilarious, bro."
That's smart too.
And then they would bring me out. Yeah, one club I went there was a Tacoma comedy club. I got to do the open mic, and they're like, "Hey, you want a paid show tomorrow? We have no comic that wants to do it, but it was like a fucking celebration of life service." Yeah. And I'm like, I'm the perfect comic for this. Man. All the people that died. I know this. Let's do this, baby. And I felt like, like promoting shows in California is how my career started. Yeah. Putting the shows together. Lovitz was one of my favorite ones. And when that club fucking went away, that's when I kind of transitioned into just the performance and just working on my material. Yeah. Then when I quit my job, it went to touring all these places I've never been to. So Washington, haven't performed. Oregon, I haven't performed. I've always done Arizona. I've always done Texas. But now I'm heavier into both. And when I got to Vegas, it was by chance, man. I did a comedy competition. And funny enough, this guy I always admired in comedy, bro. He used to bump me Like every time he showed up, I'm getting kicked off, bro. It wasn't until one time, man. One time where I had like fucking 75 people at the show.
Yeah.
So when they look at the checkboard, like all the lines were by my name now. And I told him, I go, bro, you have my people waiting here like 2.5 hours already. Like, let me go up on stage. Everybody has to work tomorrow. He goes, all right, no matter what, you're next. And then he shows up. I was like, fuck, I'm about to get bumped right now. And he comes up, he's like, hey, can I get up right now? He goes, you go, get up after him, though. He's got all these people, and they're like, God damn, all right. So I go up, do the show. All these people walk out with me. 75 fucking people. It leaves 15 left. In the audience. And this fucking pro, he's on there fucking roasting, talking shit. Everybody leaving. He's like, "What? Hey, the bathroom's over there." The fuck was that? The Mexican Moses? Like, like he just, bro. It was funny, man. I used to have that shit on video, man. I don't know where the fuck it is right now, but you just see everyone's heads.
That's funny, bro.
So now, cut to about fucking 10, 15, or 12 years later. Both of us are on this comedy competition, and we tied for third.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, me and this fucker, bro. It was the biggest like accomplishment I felt for myself, because this guy fucking makes me laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was just like, fuck yeah, this guy's hilarious. And for me,
be able to hang with
yeah, oh hell yeah, because all odds were against me on that show, man. They fucking they didn't write my name down to vote, so people had to write my name down. And then put a good check by it.
Wow, bro. Wow.
My name, wasn't even on the fucking ballot. And
then
I got pulled.
I know.
I got pulled to go up first. So to go up first and still fucking stand out after 14 other comics, dog.
You had to break the ice.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I went up there with such an anger that I completely destroyed that fucking set, and to still fucking match up. So now I take this money that I won, and then I go to. Shout out to fucking Kabir, bro. He passed away not that long ago, but that motherfucker let me stay in the suite and everything too.
Really?
Like, bro, this is me, no day job.
Yeah.
I just won a competition. I got $300 in my pocket for this shit, and now I'm in this fucking master suite in a fucking hot tub, dog, watching the Jungle Book or some shit. I had the Rock on there, bro. I'm just in this hot tub, like, fucking, this is my life right now, bro. Cool. This is my life. Where the competitions at? I'm gonna show up to the next one, and it just kind of hyped me up. And I went to Vegas. Now, Vegas, I've never performed at. So out of the 13 years of my career, I've never fucking performed there. And when I first did, it was just like this barbecue show. It was just a guest spot on it. So I still don't consider that like real performance. So I got a hotel, and I just went to hang out at the club. I just showed up and like, hey, what's up? And then one of the guys loved my shirt, fucking Gooch. Gooch loved my shirt, but he's like, bro, that's fucking hilarious. He didn't even know I was a comedian. He just thought the fucking shirt was funny as hell. And Matt, that's the booker right there for the club, part owner too. Yeah. And he met me for the first time. He's like, oh yeah, we'll probably give you a guest spot sometime, just keep hanging out. So I showed up at one of the shows, one of the comics, like there was a miscommunication, didn't show up. So he was about to ask the sound guy to go up. His name's Sean Reddy. Now Sean Reddy, me and Kabir used to tour together. So Sean knows me, and Sean goes, man, instead of me, you already seen me fucking put Julio up. You haven't seen him. And they were going to let the host feature. He goes, keep the host a host and let this fucker feature. So I go up there, 15 in the crowd. It's a light night. And I had them fucking for 15 solid minutes, bro. So like you said, like when I go on stage, as soon as I went on there, yeah, because you went to the packed out show, right? Mm-hmm. I had like 200 or something. I don't know what it was, but I had these 15 people dying like that, bro. Wow. And as soon as I got off stage, that's when they were like, hey, you want to do 7 shows like in a few weeks? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I ended up doing like 14 that week because he's like, oh, do the 6 o'clock. And then I do the 8 o'clock. And then sometimes I'll do the 10 o'clock. Wow. Like that club was running 21 shows a week.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
And this is like almost, even in the pandemic, they were the only club open.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they were like fucking all spread out. Fucking chairs. Like, fuck it, bro. People want to laugh. There was a line to go into that club.
Dude, the show must go on, huh?
Yeah, right?
Damn, dude.
And now that club grew, and they showed me love. From then on, Vegas kind of just like brought me in.
Yeah.
And honestly, if people didn't like that, I've never heard of it. I haven't seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've never felt like I wasn't accepted. I started hanging out like at the dirty shows.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon now I'm going up at the dirty show. The homie Gooch, he's like, yo, give this guy a guest spot, man.
Good looking
let
out,
him
man.
show. Yeah. So then I go up and all of a sudden now I'm fucking doing the shows and shit.
Fuck yeah.
And everybody always calls me too, like, how did you get it? I was like, bro, just be funny. Like, I don't know what else to say. Just show up, be funny.
Be funny.
It's weird though, like with the booking and all that stuff. Like I got an analogy for it. I think that being on a show or performing on a stage is no different than dating somebody. And not everybody's gonna want to date you.
Yeah.
That's a good way of seeing it.
You can't win 100% of the fucking times you ask, man. You have to get some no's, and then whoever does say yes, fucking treat them right.
Yes, I love this.
And that's why, like, I don't know. I think that's what. Now I'm in the position where fucking I can say whatever the fuck I want. I still got shows. You know what I mean? So at this position, I can say whatever the fuck I want and be happy about it. Because I got to, bro, as soon as I'm done here, I go back to fucking 7 more shows. Last year, I did 575 shows.
Hell yeah. Damn.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. Like
Much
I've never,
deserved.
never
Well
been at
deserved,
that
dog.
level. Yeah, I'm to the day where like we're almost at 2 a day now. It's fucking
Dude.
crazy.
I'm telling you, there's some comedians I've met
Yeah.
where when you see them and you see good things happen to them, and you just go, they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're one of them, and then John Gonzalez.
Oh yeah.
He was one of them. It's like when you see good things happening to him, you just go like, they deserve it. You never question it. You just go like, that's the path they're supposed to go on. And good things are happening only because they're naturally just good people.
Yeah.
But besides the comedic part of it, you know a good person when you meet them. I'm good at reading energy. So when you meet a good person, besides being, I met some comics that are pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're cool, but they're just as a person. They'll even tell you, "Hey man, I'm a piece of shit. Man. I'm a piece of shit. Like, you know, I'm remembering your name. I don't really want to. Hey, I'm a piece of shit. Like I get it.
I'll bang a girl.
Yeah, I'll bang a girl. But some guys are just naturally like, oh shit. When they're talking to you, you feel the energy. You feel like it's positive.
Oh, sincere.
And they're being genuine with it. Like everything they say, you're like, okay. And when good things happen, you go like that. And you're like, hell yeah. They deserve that shit. So I say you're one of them. Dog.
Oh yeah.
I have pleasure meeting you, and I'm glad like Bart let me host. And one thing about the comedic game, you meet so many good people. You know, you take pieces of people. You don't copy. You don't take nobody's joke, but you just go like this. All right, he's the comedian I want to be like. The way he treats people off the stage.
Yeah.
That's the guy I want to be like. So here's one of them in Polar Bear. I saw how the way they treat their fans, and I'm like this. Okay, that's the guy I want to be like. That's why I emulate you guys off the stage, the way you carried yourself, man. Business-wise, you're about business, but you're also like, I appreciate all my people, all my fans. Yeah. I appreciate that, dog. So that's what I took out of all of that, dog. You just want to say that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that shit.
I'm just glad I was able to get you on. I was like, I had to get this dude on.
Dude, I think after this conversation, you would make it happen regardless of any situation.
I mean,
you know?
Yeah, that's how I feel, bro. I feel like to me, honestly, it's not if, but when.
Yeah.
And when until that time comes, I'm happy, man. And then I think that's the biggest struggle, because I've seen people make it, still not happy. And then what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what the fuck is the point? So I think that's why when they say fucking bless. See if you can be happy with less.
Yes. I totally agree.
Then you totally feel blessed.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, how can you be up in the upper echelon or something and still be a bit of bitch? It's beyond me. I just can't do it.
Still
bro.
be a victim.
Yeah. You know, I never chase happiness. It's more like chasing satisfaction. Because if I'm satisfied, happiness is a byproduct of that, you know? So happiness is just too fleeting. It's just very bipolar, up and down.
Yeah, I think we all need some kind of struggle.
Yeah.
Something that we're working towards something that makes us get out of that comfort zone.
100%.
If we don't have that for ourselves, and we just don't feel like we have a purpose.
Right?
That's true.
And to not have a purpose, and this makes you think like, what the fuck is the point? Yeah.
Depression.
Oh, dude, it does it. Believe
Some
me.
people put their purpose into other things, you know. Like I think I mean, my success in comedy kind of shows me where I'm at, you know.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, wait, don't forget about family. You know, my success with them is a big part of of how fulfilled I feel too.
Yeah.
It's weird, like everything, it's like one big ass circle, but if one thing's off, you feel you feel lopsided your goddamn self.
It's facts though, man.
Yeah.
It's facts. I like I said, I've been totally blessed. This comedic game is the highest of the highs, and definitely the lowest of the lows.
Oh, for sure.
Because I mean, I can only speak for myself, but there's times you do something on the road, dog, and then you come back. You guys are your own bosses, but somebody you go back to your job. And you're like, oh yeah, I killed it. Hey, the toilet is stopped up again, man. You might be like, all right, man. All right.
No, for real. You feel like Superman and then Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Cause dude, you fucking rocked it, and then it's like, why you late?
Yeah,
Like,
you need to be on time. You like
That
this.
shit could
all
be
right.
in the same amount of few hours.
Yeah, believe me, you dropped me off at work. We did that run,
Yeah.
and I said, hey Otis, man, you get this stopped up, man. You got to get all this. By the way, you need to do this now. I'm like this. Yeah, hello to everybody here. Fuck all y'all. People to like, fuck all y'all, dog. Can't stand. Only like you, dog.
I just know I go one day. One day it won't be like this.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely. That's being an inspiration, man. I don't know if you want to tag anything, do anything. I don't know, like how we usually do it is if you have anything coming up or people can see you.
Oh yeah, I mean shit, Vegas, baby. Come out to Vegas.
That's right.
Every day. If I'm not touring, I mean
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right there. I do the Strat every day, and then I do Planet Hollywood too, the Las Vegas Live Comedy Club. So between those two, and hit me up OG Comedy on Instagram.
Yes.
I mean that one right there, that I can hit you up with anything. I used to have a Facebook, but I got hacked a long time ago, and I just never did one.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm thinking maybe I might start fresh again.
You could,
And
man.
then, maybe my
Yeah.
videos would have a better chance to go up there. But
Yeah, it's cool, man. I think it's making a comeback somewhat. You know, my daughter says it's for old people.
yeah,
She's like, what's for old people, Dad? I'm
For
like,
old
this
people.
Facebook? She's
Old
like,
people love me, bro.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Finally, I'm
Facebook's
getting-
one of those like just sort of standards, you know.
I
Yeah,
guess,
oh,
but it's
yeah.
out
There.
there.
Oh,
but
for
people,
sure,
I
for
find
sure.
most of my old friends
Yeah.
and made new ones through the Facebook.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Instagram is cool too, but
Yeah.
you get a lot of people like, I don't even know who the fuck this is.
I'll still do better numbers on Facebook.
Me too. I just think it's on a subject when I suspect when I get a friend request from like somebody that's way too fine for me to know.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like this.
Like I know a robot.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I know a
right.
robot when I
Yeah,
see
I'm
you.
like, wait a minute.
Suspect.
Brazilian model want to talk to me out of no reason?
With a series of numbers.
Yeah,
behind
I'm
it.
like, fuck that.
First
shit.
message is, "Hey, cutie."
Yeah, you're like, nah, fuck that. We all know what this is.
Yeah, right.
Fuck no.
Tricky ass shit.
Now if she's like 250, I see two kids in the background. Oh, it's more honest.
This makes sense.
This makes sense.
I'm like, did I go to high school with her?
I'm like, this makes sense. This is reality right here. Like, that's not reality.
Then you're like, still got it.
Or when someone gets hacked and all of a sudden they're messaging you weird.
Yeah.
right.
And it's always for money. Hey, man,
know, huh?
you got $20, you
Yeah.
can cash at me. I'm
got
low
a-
on gas.
I got a new clothing line coming up.
Yeah, you're like, wait a
So
minute.
weird ass shit.
Hey, Jermaine, you low on gas, dog? I brought money from you last week. I was low on gas. What the fuck is going on?
Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. I need to go back into that shit so I can hopefully get some kind
Oh,
of
you will,
viral
man.
video, man. Yeah.
There's one dude I know, he's been posting a lot of like reaction videos, and it started off slow at first. And now he's getting like 1,000 likes and like 14,000 views. But he was consistent. He kept doing it. He only got like 2 likes and shit at one point. And he just kept, he's Puerto Rican, so every time hey, dígame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I already know who he is. Every time I hear him, like, I think his name is Anthony. Like, but every time I hear him, dog, and he's on his weight loss journey too.
Oh,
he's
dope.
still I think he's down to like under 300. I think he's like 2 something.
yeah.
So he's in the gym working out. The same thing, dog. He just.
Oh, yeah.
So I think everybody, it resonates. Everybody see, and a lot of comedians are working out now.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody's in the gym. Every comedian I see now, they're all in the gym now. Like, yo, I'm like this. I love to see that shit.
Fucking Matt Rife, bro.
That's what started, dog. Everybody wants
Made
to
us
work
all,
out.
but yeah,
That's
bro.
it, man.
Like,
Right
damn,
started,
we gotta
dog.
look like that now. Fuck.
Yeah, I want to look like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta wear the little mic and shit.
Yeah, you gotta get veneers.
So my hands are free, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be like this. Get veneers and do nothing but crowd work. Hey, what's up, man? Take your shirt off. Oh my God, you're so sexy. Certain guys like that, it looks so. Like, I'm not a hater, but you know what I'm talking about. When you look that good.
No, yeah, you don't sound bitter.
No, I'm not bitter. When you look that good, you don't have to try that hard. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go like this. Knock, knock. Who's there? Me. Oh my God, it's him. It's him, man.
Oh my God, he is.
Yeah,
He's right
that's
there.
so sexy. You're like this,
that's
motherfucker.
funny.
Dog. You're gonna get laid regardless whether it's a bad or good set, you bitch.
Yeah,
You can have the worst
he
set
can
in the
say
world.
nothing.
You can say nothing.
Fine.
Get off on. It'll be somebody to console him. It's okay. You'll get him next time.
The only
Yeah.
time when you think about this is when you don't have it, bro.
Yeah.
If I had thousands of people buying tickets, bro, I wouldn't even give a fuck.
And you know what? Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Right?
You know, if it was like that,
fart
dog,
on
you
that
still
drum.
sell
I don't
out.
give
You be a
a
big
fuck.
dude. I probably would too. If I got 300 pounds and still sell out of stadium, I'd be like this. Bro, I'll roll my ass on stage. Like, roll it. That'll be your gimmick. You just roll on
probably
stage.
love that
dog.
shit.
It's probably like this. Oh shit, dog. You see
Rolled
that?
up there.
down, man.
He's rolling.
You can barely
Yeah,
breathe.
every performer is different now. Shit, I just saw what was the one rapper that just is on the couch.
Oh, that dude.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
don't
dude,
even get it. Yeah.
That dude,
Man, with the oxygen.
he had
tank.
oxygen tank and shit. He was all like, I forgot his name, bro, but I was just like, this is what it's come to, dog.
You know they got an insurance policy on that guy.
Oh, you definitely got to, dog.
They're like, we getting paid in a few years.
But people show up to see him.
Yeah.
He sells out. Like people show up, they're like, oh my God, yeah, man, Belly Roll. I think his name is Belly Roll or some shit.
Belly
I forgot his name, man, but it's something.
Belly
dog.
Roll.
Something, bro.
The jelly rolls, homie.
I know.
Yeah.
They tour.
And he was talking about crowd surfing. He's like, I'm a crowd surfer. Everybody was like, I'm gonna catch
He's
your
like,
ass. He'll be like, everybody's gonna move out the way. Like, all
Fucking
right.
casualties at this concert.
Dude.
damn.
But if you got something, people follow you and they show you a lot of love. Even if you,
Yeah.
you go for it. I can't.
No, yeah, hell yeah. You be you, and you'll find the audience for that shit.
Oh, definitely.
I mean,
man.
even the Geo Metro sells.
Dude, I can't let go. You can find one now. They were a tiny little motherfucking shit. I remember them shits, dog. They were tiny little joints, dog, but they get you somewhere. I guarantee you, if you fix one up now, it'll probably get you somewhere further than some
People
other
used to
cars.
bang those out, put the little rims on it and shit.
Yeah.
back in the
yeah.
Put
day.
the diesel lights on time.
I remember those joints, dog. I remember those joints. They don't even make those cars anymore.
there's a Nats for every seat, man.
Yeah, I totally
Exactly.
agree.
And you put yourself out there. I mean, that's the trip about the new world we're in.
Yeah.
Is that you don't need to be on the late night show no more.
No, man, you can pace your own. Because before you had to go a certain path. You had to
hell
go
yeah.
to Cali, and then you had to go through all this and sleep in your car
Hollywood,
and fucking blow off a crackhead, and then you'll fucking make it. That's the path you had to go on.
Or
Like,
if you did music, it was Diddy, right?
yeah,
Yeah, Fucking Weinstein.
So you had to do something.
Everybody acts like they're the only ones. They're like, oh my god, like everyone else isn't like.
For real. He's just the one that got caught. That was it.
Weinstein did what? Said every other Hollywood producer.
I can't believe this happened. This is outrageous.
The casting couch was invented before porn.
For real, that's facts.
Like someone had to take the fall.
I'm guarantee you, Diddy wasn't the only one hiding the baby oil. Like,
Oh,
doesn't he just
hell
hide?
no, bro.
Everybody
Yeah,
just
he's the
hide
only
this
one
shit.
that got caught with it.
Yeah,
But I heard also
careless.
before he got popped, he in the hotel room when they pinched him and shit, he still had baby oil like all over his shit. So I like, you know they coming for you, and you just like this.
He's
Yeah.
still
He
supporting.
didn't give a fuck, bro. They told him we're coming for you. All right, man, whatever. You're gonna catch me in my essence.
fucking Diddy Empire.
You're gonna catch me with all this baby oil around me, and you slip and slide, and you come get me.
That was his weapon, right? He just throws it.
It's like, the cops are all sliding.
I'm
and
too
shit.
slippery. I'm too slippery.
That shit's fucking
Jive.
stupid. Why I gotta be shucking and jiving? Stupid ass. Stupid, bro. Oh man. But hey man, I gotta say, it was
sir.
a pleasure having you
Oh,
on, dog.
thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
You are a true inspiration for me anyway, and I know some other people that hear it now, dog. And your words, they're gonna resonate. You know what I'm saying? Because you honestly, dog, you're a light on and off the stage. Just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you,
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
You're just good people to know, dog. Straight up. So anybody, come, please, if you see this dude, just see him.
Go
You're
see
not
him,
gonna
man.
regret any joke he says.
Subway.com. You can find me there.
Hell yeah,
That's right.
bro.
With the matching shoes.
Hell yeah, dude. We got the runners on.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
You know you don't made it when you got your own merch. You rocking your own
Hell
sneakers,
yeah,
dog.
baby. Not
You know
just
you
Nike, but
You got the most
I got a
solid
little
branding,
Chinese
bro.
kid making these. Like, It's like Nike, baby. You know.
Everybody got to work.
I know.
There's tariffs now.
They give him playtime.
All right, I'm gonna sign off on this.
All right.
We're at an hour and 29.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Usually
perfect.
do like hour 15,
Yeah,
hour
no
20.
shit. It didn't even feel like it.
Though it didn't, dog. That's how the vibe. That's what the vibe I want. I want us